Denis Villeneuve is directing the next James Bond. I mean, they just started shooting part 3 of Dune, presumed to be Dune Messiah.
Mm-hmm.
But this news...
And his last Dune, by the way.
Yes.
69.
Yes, but here we go, Alan. You have notes from the story in Deadline. Denis Villeneuve is directing the next James Bond film. I think it's exciting.
Yes. MGM Studios has officially tapped Denis Villeneuve to direct the next installment of the James Bond franchise, marking a major creative shift as the studio gains full control over 007's future. Villeneuve has long been rumored for the role alongside high-profile names like Edward Berger, Edgar Wright, Jonathan Nolan, and Paul King. Ultimately, Amazon MGM chose Villeneuve for what will be the franchise's first film under the studio's new joint venture with longtime Bond producer Barbara Broccoli and Michael G. Wilson, following Amazon's $8.5 billion acquisition of MGM in 2022. Let's see. In a statement, Villeneuve said, "Some of my earliest movie-going memories are connected to 007. I grew up watching James Bond films with my father. Ever since Dr. No with Sean Connery, I'm a diehard Bond fan. To me, he is sacred territory. I intend to honor the tradition and open the path for many new missions to come. This is a massive responsibility, but also incredibly exciting for me and a huge honor." Mike Hopkins, Prime Video head, and added, "We are honored that Denis has agreed to direct James Bond's next chapter. He is a cinematic master whose filmography speaks for itself. James Bond is in the hands of one of today's greatest filmmakers, and we cannot wait to get started on 007's next adventure."
Well, I, for one, am excited. We've seen what Denis Villeneuve has done with the material of Frank Herbert in the Dune films. He really, took a serious approach. I've loved him since Arrival. I like him working in genre. The Blade Runner movie was not great. I think more because of the script than anything else. I think that Harrison Ford was misused in Blade Runner 2049, but had some really good ideas. Good look. I think this is a good choice. I'm excited. I think it really comes down to the casting. Who will be Bond? And I think if they try to mess with, I think just don't mess with it. I'm sorry. James Bond is British. I think Idris Elba may have been a good choice years ago. I think he's too old. I think you go with a safe casting choice and let Denis cook. What do you think, Alan?
Yeah, it'll be Zendaya.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be Zendaya, but Zendaya could be.
I mean, this is the guy who did cast Zendaya as.
Look, if you're gonna cast a Bond girl, cast a woman who's hot. Bring back sexy Bond girls. Bring back brash, kind of sexist, cocky, a-hole Bond. I mean, he does have a license to kill. Let's see him use it and kill both in the bedroom and with adversaries. So, I'm being serious.
Yeah, I hope I talked to my cousin about this, but we hope there's a return to seduction.
Yes.
In James Bond.
In like a lot of movies, we've talked about the lack of romance in films, and how it needs to come back.
Granted, the James Bond movies maybe lean too much into romance. Maybe we didn't want the romance; we just wanted the seduction.
Yes, not so much the romance in James Bond. I mean, that became a part of the Mission Impossible films.
Yeah,
but I really just hope go safe. Don't try to make some political message. Just go safe with it. And to me, it's all about the casting now. But I like this choice of director.
Well, High Guy Reviewing gives us the natural choice.
Yeah, Pedro Pascal as Bond. I know. Totally makes sense.
I feel like he hasn't done enough.
Precisely. Let's do a couple more news stories, and then we'll get to your comments here. But Alan, you've heard Top Gun 3. We have an update. We'll be talking about F1 later in the show. But the director of F1, who also directed Top Gun Maverick, has an update. Joseph Kosinski, on his press tour for F1, has an update about Top Gun 3. Will we see Top Gun 3? Here it is from GQ magazine and author Jack King. Tell me, Alan.
Yes, and I'm going to order from Nature's Best chinchilla pills.
Well, I order vitamins. What can I say?
Yes, okay.
The ads popping up.
Joseph Kosinski confirmed that Top Gun 3 is in the works and that Tom Cruise's Maverick will remain central to the story. While Top Gun Maverick felt like a passing of a torch, Kosinski said, yeah, there's still more story to tell for him. There's one last ride, so we're working on it now. Kosinski described the new film as much better in scale and theme than its predecessor. It's really an existential crisis that Maverick has in this, and it's much bigger than himself. He even suggested that stakes will surpass those of Maverick. It would make Maverick feel small, I think, compared to what we're talking about. Aaron Kruger, who wrote Kosinski's new film F1, is currently writing the script for Top Gun 3. Kosinski stressed that they're taking their time to ensure the story earns its place. He says, like all things, it takes a while to work things out, and we'll only do it if we feel we've got a strong enough story. As for a potential Brad Pitt-Tom Cruise collaboration, Kosinski joked, right now it'd be a cool trickle. Tom Cruise's Days of Thunder character. We find out that he and Sonny Hayes have a past. Who wouldn't pay to see those two go head-to-head on the track?
I mean, they're probably the two last movie stars. Leo DiCaprio, I would put in that category too. You know, I don't know. All of our stars are getting old. And I don't know if the new generation can take their place. I, for one, would love to see it. Fast track it now. Seriously, get this thing made.
No, get a good script. I think that was the whole point.
Well, get a good script too. Don't start shooting without a script, but come on. What's the holdup? Get going.
The script, that's the holdup. You want a good story.
I want a good story. Well, you know, rip them from the headlines. You know, take out some countries' nuclear capability. That was Top Gun 2.
Top
Yeah,
Gun.
well, you know, history repeats. Let's see it.